Good morning, you guys, or is it afternoon? I don't know. The days fly by. Today I'm doing a custom stain job on some custom cabinets. I wish I was getting new custom cabinets. I know it's selfish, but the custom shelves that Jason is building for me in my window walls for all of my plants that I'll be starting here in the house. And that's when all the seating will start. So seating will be starting soon once these shelves are installed. So Jason and I have been putting together this DIY video on how to make custom shelving for under $25. But today, right now, is my job to custom stain my shelving. And I don't ever use just one kind of custom or just one kind of stain color. I like to mix them. I'm just going to show you how I do it. I don't actually mix the stain colors together in the can. I go ahead and I apply one color and then I wipe it nice and then I apply another just lightly. So let me show you how I do that. Put on some good little gloves. Got my good old shop rags here. I think I'm going to be going through an entire box once this is done. You can use brush too if you want a heavier glaze. I tend to really like the texture and look of the pine wood. It's got a lot going on through it, a lot of knots. What's great about the pine wood is that it's really, really affordable. This compared to buying a piece of cedar is a fraction of the cost. So that's why we went with pine, to stick to a budget. All right, so whenever I find a wood color that I really like, I always go and have a custom color made. So these aren't specific colors. This is actually a color that I created when I refinished my entire kitchen table. This is the stain color that I used for that. So this is the stain color that I'm gonna first use as a base. So you wanna make sure to go in there and mix it good so it's not just like discolored, and then if you don't mix it really good, the color on each board will be very inconsistent. So make sure the first time you open up a stain, you get that mixed really good. I think we all know that already, so let's scooch on here. So what I'm gonna do is, I don't want it to be too heavy, so I'm just gonna go ahead and I've got a little foam brush in there, and I use the foam brush to actually dab my rag, sorry, that's really Midwest to say rag. I got the rag here, guys, I got the rag. Okay, so as you can tell, I got a lot of stain on there. So all I'm gonna do is just go ahead and wipe it on there. All right, it's a really, really beautiful color. Wherever there's knots, you get that darker color that really pops in there. And you wanna just keep going until your entire board is this color. And I really scooch it on there. I'm gonna show you as I go on too. Once I'm done applying it with the stain on the rag, I go through them with a clean rag, so that way there's no wet stain sitting on top for the next steps. All right, I'm gonna keep brushing that on there. I'm going as fast as I can because I know you guys only got so much time during the day. Just like me, we're all busy people, am I right? Are some of you coming and watching from work, or are you guys at home today? Tell me what's going on in your household today. Also, if you have done your own staining projects, feel free to share your tips as well in the bottom. That will help everybody. So now I take a new rag. Now I'm just gonna go over what I've already stained here, go over with the new rag and do a nice wiping. Because I don't want any stain just sitting on top, okay? And the reason for this is because of the next step. So I'm gonna go in there, okay? And then as you can see, look at all that extra stain that I got off of there. I'm gonna go over it one more time. I'm really, really wiping and brushing it pretty good there. I'm giving it all I got, you guys. All right, and now look at that extra amount that we got off of there, okay? I don't know why it's so bright, maybe because it's so dark down here. But yeah, so, okay. Anyways, let's move on. So now I've got the base color. It's so pretty, but it actually, I mean, it's gorgeous as is. You could leave it as is. That's a really cool stain color that I created. But the next step here is with the pine. I notice a lot of yellowing in this area here, and I'm not a huge fan of like gray woods. They're beautiful, but in my home they don't always match really well. But I'm going to use a light gray glaze. This is also a custom color that I made off of a color that I found and loved from this little like bottle holder I have. I'll show you guys in a little bit. But yeah, so I'm gonna mix that really good, get a new rag. Jason's gonna come home and be like, hey, where the heck are all my shop rags? Or he just won't notice until he actually really needs them and then they're gone. But, oh well, what are you gonna do? Okay, here we go. So I'm gonna do the same thing. Take that sponge brush, all right? And then I'm going to just dab that onto here, okay? Like that, so it's nice and wet. But I don't want the gray to take over, so I'm gonna have a rag with the stain on it. And then I'm also gonna have a clean rag on hand right away, because this is quick. You gotta do this quick, because it soaks in quick. So I'm gonna go ahead and wipe it on, okay? But I don't want that gray to stick too much. I'm gonna go in there and quickly wipe right where I did it. And I do it in little areas, so that way it has no time to soak all the way in, because I don't want it to get too gray, okay? And then I wipe it. Okay, I'm gonna get more stain. There we go. All right, I'm gonna go in and wipe it in there and wipe it up with the clean one, all right? It's like the wood here is like taking care of kids all day. You know, as soon as you clean it up, there's another mess. You gotta keep wiping and cleaning up all day long. That's just pretty much how staining is. Now I don't want that to take over and get too gray, so I'm gonna wipe it really quick, and I wipe it really hard, so that way I don't get too much gray on there. I'm gonna go over in here again. You don't wanna let that stain sit on there too long, otherwise it will end up soaking in before you have a chance to get it with the clean rag, okay? Alrighty. This is looking pretty good. All right, I think I'm loving that. And there you go. It takes away a lot of that yellowness and gives it that perfect tone of brown. So that way it's not really gray, but it kind of covers that orange and yellow. It's as simple as that. So instead of going and, you know, mixing two colors and then you get disappointed, test it out and try one color. And if you feel like it needs to be tweaked, add another color on top of that using these steps. Super simple, you guys. Can't wait to show you how these shelves turn out. We'll have the whole DIY video ready for you this week. Our project got cut short because, you know, kids and it's life. You guys know you're busy. All right. Well, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these tips and I hope you can use these tips. But we will show you how to create custom shelving under $25 coming this week. If you like this video and you like these tips and you want to share, please feel free to share with anyone who likes DIY projects or who doesn't know how to stain or wants to learn how to make a custom stain color. So there you go, you guys. Have an awesome day. Bye-bye.